Grand Rising, everyone. It's Shalonda, and I'm back. So, I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? I hate like being the bearer of bad news. It's just like I don't know. It's like, why was I Oh, my ears are ringing like crazy. It just started when I'm talking to y'all. Okay, it's like that echoing, like. Okay. So, anyways, I'm just sitting down by a lake, and I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, like I said, mass manipulation. And just, the fact that I just pay attention to patterns, right? So today I was watching something on mainstream media. Okay. See? I ain't start yawning until I start recording. See, you know what I'm saying? This is the stuff I'm talking about. Okay. So anyways, and again, I just finished cooking and stuff. So I'm kind of looking, I don't know, I'm looking like me. So, yeah. So I noticed they were telling a story about a man, right? A guy that wrote a book. And I guess the theme or the title of the video was something about history is going to have to be rewritten, right? So, excuse me. Yeah, that's those enchiladas. And I was so mad because I took so long. Like, enchiladas take me so long, but it's so pleasing to make them because they're so good. But I ended up getting the chicken from somewhere I wouldn't normally get my meat from. I only get my meat from one store. And again, I haven't been cooking that much, so I haven't been like using that much meat. You know what I'm saying? I noticed ground beef, it just ain't not no more. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I got the stuff from somewhere else, and it just had this taste. The taste, you know how something got it tastes like the smell of something? That's what it was. And it tastes like the smell of like cleaning supplies. And I'm just thinking like, ew, like even when I made it, like it was all like I almost threw up. Like, I don't know. And I'm mad because I only got to eat 3. And usually I like, okay, that's too much information. But y'all, you see what I'm saying? It just ruined the whole thing. And it takes because I cook it from scratch. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I do half and half. I do my half of my own green sauce, and then I do a can of it, right? And maybe it's the can too. You know what? I think it was that too, because I sent somebody else to the store and it was a different brand. So again, I think it was that and the green sauce, the canned green sauce, and the meat. But anyways, okay, y'all. So anyways, I just noticed that like they were saying like it's gonna have to be rewritten, and I wish I remembered the name of the book, but it really don't matter. This is something in general, okay? And they were showing some images and stuff like that from inside the book, I guess. And it was like some ancient Mesopotamian kind of stuff going on in there. On a channel we like to do our satellite searches, you know what I'm saying, sometimes randomly, and find and discover certain things. And it's just like, they may have been talking about like antiquities, cultural antiquities or whatever of America or the Americas. But again, definitely the images again look Mesopotamian to me. So, and I guess they were saying that this person wrote this book or whatever, and it's like really an end-all book that you need to see that, you know what I'm saying, we have been taught things incorrectly. But I guess they said the guy passed away within a year of writing the book. And it made me think, like, I don't know, is this something? Okay, so it's not even like about being like credited for something, even though, again, credit should be due anytime. But I'm just saying it's more of the thing of, I'm thinking about like patterns, right? So we done all this work for the past 15 years, you know what I'm saying? I will say this whole indigenous thing, this movement, I've noticed only for the past 10 years or so. 10, 11 years or something like that, 12 years possibly. So, I don't know, it just bothered me, the fact that I think that instead of like, giving credit to those, you know what I'm saying, because when we look at Revelations and it says the books are open, I see that as the Akashic records, right? So, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like people have been, hovering over what we have been doing in the so-called community, right? and pulling from that information. And again, we're the ones that have been doing hours of video. I know soul siblings that do videos that are like 3 hours long, showing information and documenting and, doing research. So it just pisses me off a little bit, because it shows that, again, there was another clip that I was watching that said, that indigenous, or possibly that's how they were naming it, people are still being disrespected. And again, it is disrespectful as hell, because that's our movement. We didn't go to school for that. We took all of that out the mud. You know what I'm saying? Even after, growing up during the era of people talking about Egypt and, pointing us in the direction of the Egypt that they had, the modern day Egypt overseas. You know what I'm saying? And us breaking all that down and seeing what's going on here in the Americas. So again, I said it's more of a fact of that's a loss. Our children don't get to hear or realize that it's, us that changed the direction of that, right? So it's kind of like, you're going to erase a portion of a so-called culture when it comes to, those who rose up and stood up. What I say? Woke, realized, and rise, right? So, and rose. So it's kind of like it's going to discount the fact. You know what I'm saying? That happened. This is for me, this was like a major movement or whatever. But again, it seems like we don't want to document that. Even back in the day, they were documenting the Egyptology and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But again, I feel like these days they're just basically letting it go under the radar while they document the information and research that we have. And then people in different parts of society are reaping the benefits that, they didn't have to do. They just had to, again, take it from, again, those of us that are doing that particular type that only we can do. You see what I'm saying? So it's another thing of taking and raping and pillaging from, because we get that physical perception of it, of raping and pillaging, like people running through a town and grabbing babies and slamming them on the ground and stuff like that. But we don't never look at it as the fact of, when we're talking about mining the minds of the indigenous autochthonous people, the origine people. Okay. So again, I just thought that was, and then I don't know why something about the, what is it? Something about the vac, right? Or the antidote. I have a pimple. Something about the antidote or whatever. They were, I call it rubbing it in, that they're going to be doing that with from 5 to 11-year-olds. Which again, I still don't see any, this is just my opinion, right? Reason why. Because all of a sudden, now children are, after it's been almost damn near 2-3 years, you know what I'm saying? But to each his own. Okay. But it just made me think about that, because how we talk about, they say the elders should be vaccinated. But again, elders in my, in the political arena, in the perception that they're giving us today, you're thinking about old people. In my opinion, it's making sure that the old world aborigines or autochthonous people are going to be getting the antidote. And you wonder why. There are people saying that the antidote is different for certain groups than others. In certain parts of town than others. So again, I question everything. It's just funny that, again, is that saying that they already think that there's a victory and the victors are already rewriting the story without considering who was bringing it to the table? And instead of recognizing these individuals that are brilliant, that were able to decipher and break down and really go into this information and only tell it from their point of view, didn't nobody come to them from where they were, offer them a deal, a book deal, or any kind of deal or anything, and then let them write the books? So that it could be some recognition there for for those people, so our children can see one day that even not even having to be archaeologists, because again, most of the time we're not in those particular what do you call it? We don't normally do those particular jobs, right? So it's just funny that, again, we can mentally do this. And 10 years from now, our children will be reading information and material, and yeah, they'll probably start talking about it, but it'll be from the perspective, again, of those that are not us. I don't know if that doesn't bother. I don't know. Things like that are serious to me. Setting examples along the way. Recognition of a child being able to say, my mama, my daddy did that. It just makes me think about the portion in the Bible when the children were able to go forward, but the parents had to stay behind. And how they're given a perception of people having to sell their 9-year-old. Again, this is just what they're saying, right? Allegedly, right? Fair use, right? So again, I'm just thinking, I think I'm just thinking from that note. Oh, I don't think I have to do that because it's the camera. And it's kind of like a lost tribes all over again. Do you see where I'm coming from with this? You see what I'm saying? And that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, are we really, because we worry about a lot of stuff that's going on now. We're about, things that are going to be happening like in the near future. But I'm talking about the future. And what does that tell you? We broke down what we feel should be and what it really is saying when it comes to this 450K. The presiding entity said that no, that's not the case, and then later on, you know what I'm saying, someone of what I would look at again of a foreign identity. There's nothing against that individual, but we're looking at patterns here. It's bigger than us. It's bigger than them. I don't give a damn about nobody's feelings when I'm talking about what I'm talking about, because this is why I'm here. It's one of the reasons to make noise, to tear down these barriers. So again, and then you'll see that the same people that support those people in Africa but would not go to the hood and support those people are the same people that get upset when we're talking about everything is okay until you start separating the original people from others in a form or fashion of just respect and honor, right? And actually giving credit where it's due. It can never be the case. I noticed the win in Virginia, how they were talking about Youngkin or whatever his name is, and the other dude. But then they slipped old girl in there. Yeah, I mean, that just, to me, you know what I'm saying, that maybe other people knew, maybe, Virginians knew, you know what I'm saying, maybe other people were paying attention to her running. But at the end of the day, again, that is a descendant of someone that would be a first generation so-called African or something. It's not an American Aborigine. And that's not the divide. That's just to recognize. Because it's disrespectful. Just like even talk as if they really would be doing that and giving people that are coming here those funds while you want to put so-called black people on a universal, it sounds good, free this, free that, but ain't nothing free. And once these things got you in these clutches, that's generational. I think sometimes welfare is one of the worst things that they could have did to our people, or in the sense of the way that they have done it, to not encourage or improve or have other things that, again, you could take something from that and then build something with it. Maybe you're on the stamps or whatever for 2 years, but during that time they're having you go here for some kind of education, some 8-week course that'll give you some kind of something, you know what I'm saying, so that you can take that on, right? Take that and move on and use that for some kind of business or some kind of career that would, or into entrepreneurship or something that can, maybe establish generational wealth, right? Where they can let you go at some point in time, and you'll be okay to move on your own. And then what happens if they start saying something like men can't come? Do you see what I'm saying? So this is what you do by being ignorant to these things and not looking at them from a wide range, because then it's the whole thing of separation of the family all over again. And again, since it's not the perception or the view that you've seen in the past, it's just going right underneath our noses. That is a problem, because they're bringing other people in here and funding them to be able to do those very things that we should be doing when it comes to building communities, opening up businesses, things like this. And you'll think, oh yeah, it's this person or whatever, but they don't think. Again, I'm not saying that there should be division, but there is. It's a cultural divide. It's a natural, again, if we're talking migrant and immigrant energy, those things are different. Immigrant, migrant, all of that is different. The relocating and the movement, exodus, you see what I'm saying? Or even Trail of Tears energy. It's here. It's under the guise and under the name of other things. It's like behind enemy lines, or again, leaving some people stranded or whatever, right? Again, and then why would those people want to take something and move somewhere else when, again, they have, you know what I'm saying, right to, again, we just gonna call it thrones and crowns in those particular areas. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't make no sense to me. So have you already sold off the land, and then are you going to sell out the people? You know what I'm saying? When, again, we have legit individuals that are actually looked at as royal heirs, right? That could be sitting on thrones. But they won't tell you that, and they won't show you how to do it. They'll leave you under the radar while they train other people that they bring in here to take those particular. So this is not a racist thing. This is just telling the truth. And it seemed like it's up because, oh, now we'll get this free stuff. Oh, it's almost like no, that is things that are going to keep you stagnant in a sense, right? Some people may be able to use it and navigate, you know what I'm saying, and grow. But again, you give me what you about to get them and give them the free shit. You just know what I'm saying? It's harder to just get up from nothing. You know what I'm saying? And build. Just even in a situation of just, you know, like I said, being a at-home mom, and then things happen and you have to, you know, build. And it's sometimes feel like it's like, damn, what you know what I'm saying, where, how quick, you know what I'm saying, you stuck in a bind. It's a binding type of energy. So I don't know. I was just thinking. It's always just this disrespectful ass. It's just really disrespectful. So I just be thinking it's unrealistic. It's unrealistic. Like, even that's like, how could you, like, and then it's funny how nobody remembers, but then, you know, the one who presides goes away for a certain time and then comes back, and then they can't remember, but then they do remember. And it's like, who's running things? I'm telling you that it is individuals that look like you, that are not you, that are in these now again, I don't deal with neither one of the parties. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't deal with voting is taking a vow to God. None of them are gods to me, so I don't vote. If I'm gonna vote for somebody, it's gonna be me, or it's gonna be another origine. Which I'm afraid is not the case in many of these cases, whether it is on, you know, a national or on the scale of those who preside, or those that are in, you know, these other different positions of power. And again, they don't think like us. They actually have some of these people coming in. They don't speak the same language. Some of them don't see things the way that we do. Some of them think of us as spoiled, you know what I'm saying, or that we should be further here. And, you know, it's not, but they don't understand that. They don't understand that things are handed out and gifted to those who come into here. So when they get those gifts, they don't see why you still sitting in the hood and you can't do nothing. But they don't realize that it's systematically set up that way. They didn't go through the struggle in the things that we had to go through. And that's no excuse at this point. Again, to this day, I don't deal with that whole, I'm just pointing something out. I don't deal with that whole victimizing, you know, energy. You know what I'm saying? It really pretty much when people talk about racism today, to me, I'm just like looking like, yeah, but there's things that you could do. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's this, you know what I'm saying? We can't keep talking about that. Like these critical race and white supremacy, you know, these are terms that are kept to keep you in a certain frame of mind. And it's like a gridlock. It's kind of it's chaining the minds. It can be hard, damn, but yeah, I'm just saying. It's the main problem is that unity that I don't know if we will ever, you know what I'm saying, be able to, and if it will really ever matter at this point. I'm just saying we need to be able to identify what's going on here, especially when it comes to these other, you know, agendas, even when it's concerning things that are going to turn an evil eye towards so-called the womb man, right? It's not against those particular people. It's just because, again, I'm not even looking at the people. It's the institutions. It's the corporations. It's those people, you know what I'm saying, in high places. It's not even us against each other. You know what I'm saying? That's what people are looking. They're saying, oh, well, this person said this, and, you know, this is this party and that party. Forget all that. We want to go ahead and use some of this money to, you know, switch out the pipes, the lead pipes, so that everybody can have clean drinking water. Dude, don't nobody drink no damn faucet water. I mean, this is just random thoughts of the past 24 hours that I heard that I just be screaming at the TV because it's like, what is you talking about? Don't nobody drink no damn faucet water. Don't nobody drink faucet water. I don't even agree with drinking bottled water because that means them bottles be like so soft and mushy. It's like what is being absorbed into the water. Do you understand what I'm saying? So more than likely, you're probably better off with some kind of filtering system. You know what I'm saying? But we're worried about doing that, switching out pipes so people don't drink lead water when motherfuckers don't even drink no damn water out the faucet. But you could correct me if I'm wrong. The last time I checked, the people in Flint still ain't got clean water. What is you talking about? Do you understand what I'm saying? How none of this shit makes sense? Meanwhile, these people coming in ain't got to be checked for the nothing or get the antidote. I don't know if they've changed it lately or recently. It should have been like that. If it's that bad, it should have been like that from the beginning. You see what I'm saying? It should have been like that from the beginning. But again, they want to make sure that you got it. They want to make sure that you and your community, right, the elders, right, again, that's your grandma and them, right, which hold all of the, you know, again, that generation is fading, that hold the keys to your heritage, right? But also we're talking about the older groups of people, which happen to be the poorest people and the most disrespected people in the Americas. And that's poor so-called white, poor so-called black. And then again, when it comes to Mexicans, I look at them as cousins because it don't matter. Mexicans originated in the Americas. And again, that make them what I call Americans. Bottom line. People in the community I'm not separating, categorizing what nobody should get, none of that. What I'm just saying is, it's just what it is. Native Americans have a certain even bloodline that is created within the Americas. You can't really find Native American, the same makeup anywhere else in the world. Again, because it originated here. So however people want to, you know, twist it or make it seem, I'm just saying. So-called poor whites, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. These are the remnants of those, again, of the founding fathers, and then the autochthonous people, and then again, those subgroups and races that were, again, formed here in the Americas. How much clearer can we get to say that we don't talk about division and we're not talking about racist energy here? And it's only about setting the record straight and also giving them respect and honoring them as the people. Again, when they say honor your mother and father, yeah, you can look at your mama and daddy and say that. But again, I look at that deeper. That's talking about my grandma and them, my ancestors and them. You know what I'm saying? So when people say, you know, God, this, that, I always got to put the ancestors there. It don't matter to me. People can get mad if they want and think that that's not what, but that's what I feel like the Bible is saying. In order to honor them, I need to know what they was doing, and I don't need to be thinking that they was from Africa, and I don't need to be thinking that that's the Holy Land over there when I know it's right here. It's our Akashic records. It's our books that are open right now, and that's why they're mining the minds of all of us. But it comes to the capitals, and those are standing out right now. And I feel like when it comes to my bloodline, it is a certain bloodline, a direct descendant of that God energy. And that's what I'm saying. Again, other people are going to have it too. But again, when it comes to being chosen, yes, there are many of us. But again, I feel like, again, in that Christ energy, I just feel like it is what it is, how I see it. A lot of people don't like that. So you can get kind of confused. You know what I'm saying? There's people that look like you that want to take you down more than people that don't. They just want to ignore you and just keep on doing what they're doing, as if your own people, you know what I'm saying, within your community is the ones that want to take you down. People don't like when I bring awareness to this, but it's best to recognize it now before it's too late. And I'm not saying that these people are just, but it really is. It's a kill culture. It's a cultural kill, or a certain type of genocide. Just like paper genocide, just like genocide, this is like a cultural something. This is like a cleansing of, while the earth is trying to cleanse in the other direction and get all of these evildoers, we can call them, out of here. You know what I'm saying? These people have plans to get you out because they think it's your fault that there's judgment here. They're afraid of what they see when they look into the eyes, or they look at some of our energy or our aura, or when they mine your mind or surveil you. And when they see you ask and receive in certain situations. So again, I'm just saying, this has something to do with, again, hierarchy, and again, race, class, and caste, right? And like I always tell you, it was never really about your skin color. It was about who you were. It's always going to be about the land. And unfortunately, you are considered to be the land in resources, in produce as well. So again, I don't know what y'all think. It's a danger. It's a real danger. It's a real danger. It's really a dangerous thing that's going on right now. So they'll give the funds that's possibly due to you to other groups and give them financial freedom, while you sit chained to some kind of system that is to be looked at as some kind of world help, or some kind of national some kind of thing, when again, like I said, it still has limitations to it. I'm pretty sure there's going to be guidelines to it. And if they're already in your business, how they is, what else is it going to be? When you own that. And what happens when you choose to not cooperate with free daycare with your children? Sorry. I tried to make it one of my silent ones, but it didn't work. So I was just thinking, I don't know, let me know what y'all think. I think it's very serious. I think that it's something that should not be really overlooked at this point in time. I think that somebody want us to show our ass, but as soon as you show your ass, they think your ass is grass. But I think that there's no getting away from this. That judgment card just keeps being pulled. No matter what I'm trying to look into, that judgment card, that trumpet is being blown. And some of this stuff is outlandish. It's almost like they trying to purposely provoke this to try to test who is still so-called woke. This is why this little cute little attack that they doing on so-called wokeness and taking it in another direction. No, that's just you. That's the God in you. Because I know there's a God. I knows this. And again, I don't know. People look at it differently or whatever, but I'm just telling you. It's some powerful shit going on this plane right now within those who are, you know what I'm saying, ordained. So whether they want to give you the trophy or not, I'm just saying, are we really thinking about this? It seems as though somebody planned on some of us not being here. And they're just prepping. And again, I was thinking about also when it comes to the Build a Bitch workshop, you know what I'm saying? And just even in general, when it comes to AI energy, us having our records open, them having already set up certain individuals within our community in order to seem as though they do it better. They may be 10 steps ahead of us. But where they get it from, you the only ones that's going to be able to see. You the ones that hold the keys. Your records is the ones open. So where they get it from? Some people act like they play for the team and it's all about them. And some people really play for the team. I'm just saying we should think about that. Some people really play for the team. And some people act like it. And again, I notice when it comes to AI energy, it's almost like they just, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm starting to think, are some of these politicians owned by other governing forces? Because they know it's time. They know the 400 years is over. So they already getting set up, you know what I'm saying? And then now they're going to turn the scope on those of you that still woke. So again, some of this stuff is just a test to see who's still thinking, who ain't got it, who didn't get the antidote, because you still going to be able to aim. You still going to be able to see. You still going to be able to hear. I also think that there's something that heightens other things in you. But I said, watch what they're going to do. They're going to try to use the ones, that 80% or 70% that's already done, you know what I'm saying, to target the ones that ain't having it. I don't know. I'm tired, y'all. I've been sleepy all day. I feel like my eyes is real low. But I'm going to go ahead and head out of here. I think I've been sitting here long enough. I wanted to get out and go by the lake, you know what I'm saying? But it's cold. I didn't think it was going to be this cold, so I'm kind of disappointed. But anyways, I don't know. Y'all can let me know what you think, but I just feel like that's that kind of like, it's like a something genocide of just like the mental. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, where are we going with this? Because I like to look at patterns. That's what I do. That's why I look at the story the way I do. The biblical, the historical, and whatever's going on now. I'm telling you, we getting played. We getting played. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.